Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. I have some good news today. On the health front, there's been articles all over the internet. American kids are shunning fast food. This is from Eater.com. And the articles I've seen all over, it's a great news or great headline. Burgers, pizza, and chicken, they're all on the decline. A new study published by the Journal of American Medical Association states that from 2003 to 2010, the percentage of children who consumed fast food on a given day has significantly declined. According to Reuters, the study conducted by Colin D. Rehm and Andrew Drewnowski showed that in 2003, nearly 39% of children in the United States consumed fast food on any given day. That's 4 out of 10 kids on any given day were consuming fast food. By 2010, that number dropped to 33%, a decline of nearly 20%. Now, 20% seems like a nice decline, but you have to look at this and say 33 kids out of 100 are still eating fast food on a daily basis, on any given day. That right there is just mind-boggling to begin with. According to Catherine W. Bauer of the Center for Obesity Research and Education at Temple University in Philadelphia, a decline in fast food consumption is visible in both children and adults, and that does not necessarily translate to healthier children. She couldn't be more correct. Just because you're not eating fast food doesn't mean you're getting better calories, doesn't mean you're getting better energy, doesn't mean you're getting better food, doesn't mean you're getting healthier food. Now here's the interesting thing. All fast food, quote-unquote fast food restaurants are in decline. McDonald's, things like that, Burger King, their sales are hurting. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Taco Bell. I mean, Taco Bell's now going to start delivery to try to boost their sales in certain markets. Can you believe that, Dina?
I cannot.
You'll be able to order Taco Bell. I don't know where they're testing it at.
I just said, oh my God, underneath my breath because of it.
So they're desperate to get back into the game. Now, here's the one thing that I don't know, Dina. What is the definition of fast food? Are places like Chipotle considered fast food? Is a place like Panera Bread considered fast food? You know, for me, fast food is a 6-pack of bananas and a bag of dates, right? A couple apples, you know, 4 or 5 apples. That to me is fast food because it's fast. I can walk into a grocery store, I can pick it up, and I can walk out, I can put it in the car, and I can go. I can go on the run with it, I can do it. That to me is fast food. So they're really not saying in the article what the definition of fast food is. Are they trying to make a correlation of fast food versus gourmet food? Is Chipotle considered gourmet? Is Panera Bread considered more upscale gourmet food? Or like fast food to me is going into the Whole Foods buffet and being able to load up food on a plate and walk out the door. That to me is fast food. So I think fast food needs a much better definition for the study. Now she says, from this paper alone, I don't feel we're able to say that kids are getting healthier because we don't know that. Okay? If anything, they're substituting, we don't know what they're substituting their fast food meals and snacks for, Bauer told Reuters. If children are substituting the calories from fast food for the same number of calories and quality of food from another type of restaurant, then they're no better off. It's no secret that kids have a much more sophisticated palate nowadays than 20 years ago, than 30 years ago, than 10 years ago. It's no secret that the Food Channel has glorified food and that you can see food all over Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube. It's no secret that all this is being glorified, right? It's no secret that they're stepping food quality up or food types of food up in ballparks, football stadiums. Anywhere you go, in airports, they're stepping the game up everywhere with the type of food they're serving. The ethnicities are in. Thai is in. Indian is in. Japanese, sushi. This all is on the uprising, okay? So, of course, if you're a kid nowadays, why would you want to go to McDonald's, right? Right, Tina? I mean, I grew up in Ellenville, a small place. There was never sushi in here as a kid. Now we have a sushi restaurant. We never had Mexican food. Now we have a Mexican restaurant. I have a restaurant that serves all different types of food. We never had all these options as a kid for me growing up. So for me growing up, when I went to school lunch, it was either McDonald's, Burger King, or pizza. Those are my 3 choices. Now when the kids come over town for lunch, I mean, I would think, well, McDonald's would be the last place you want to go when you go get Mexican food, right? You go get decent Mexican food, you get all these other foods through sushi, some kind of Japanese food, Korean food. So is it that the options, I think, have changed as far as what's on the forefront, the perception of food? I think the definition of fast food needs to be a little more defined as what is exactly fast food. And fast food can be healthy, as in my point of view, a 6-pack of bananas, a few apples, some hummus. I was in a store this morning. I was in Peter's Market, and the Boar's Head guy, this is pretty funny, Dina, the Boar's Head guy was showing off an email to Jeremy from Peter's, how the Sabra hummus is being recalled for listeria. And Jeremy looks at me, my buddy Jeremy, and he goes, hey, look at this, you know. I'm like, I don't eat that anyway. He's like, why not? I'm like, because it has fillers in it. It has junk in it. Sabra hummus to me is not good hummus. And the Boar's Head guy goes, well, why don't you eat it? I go, because it has GMO corn, soy oil in it, first of all, and it has some funky chemicals. It's preservatives. And he goes, well, check out our label. I looked at the Boar's Head label. I got to tell you, it was a much cleaner product.
Wow. Much
cleaner product than Sabra. And Sabra is like the king of hummus across America. Maybe that's why they have more chemicals in it. And the Boar's Head guy is like, man, I would love more customers like you because you're educated. He goes, you taught me something. He goes, I had no idea, you know, how to mark it up against the Sabra. And we're sitting right next in this, and we're sitting on the same shelf in these grocery stores. And he goes, I need more customers like you to pick our hummus. Chances are I wouldn't pick the Boar's Head hummus because I would go to a health food store, a Whole Foods type store, and buy stuff that really doesn't have any added oil, that has just some tahini in it and lemon.
Grocery stores like ShopRite. I go to ShopRite and I'm getting better options. Yeah, I'm paying more money sometimes, but I'm getting better options. I'm reading ingredients. I can get meat with no hormone, no antibiotics. I can get, you know, healthy snacks. You can get wild salmon at ShopRite year round. Yeah.
So I think there's a combination of things that kids are saying, we have more options now. I mean, when I was a kid, none of my friends went out for sushi. We never did that. I was 16 until I think I had my first sushi experience. And at that point I was addicted, right? But at 16 years old, and it wasn't because my parents drove me there, it was because I had my own car and I drove there and took somebody on a date there, right? That's how I went for sushi. It wasn't because my parents were like, hey, what do you want tonight? Indian, Japanese, sushi? It wasn't anything like that. So, and of course you have all these fast food convenience items in grocery stores that have all different ethnicities, right? My kids take the Dr. McDougall soups. They take like the hot and sour, the miso soup. They take the black bean soup to school. He has like 20 different flavors of soup. Maybe not 20, maybe 10. White bean and basil soup. And my kids take that. To me, that's fast food. You just add water to it and go. But it's a very, very healthier, or much healthier fast food than all the other kids are eating. So I think it's a combination here. The kids are not getting healthier. I remember when I was a kid, I mean, there was only one kid in each class that was obese, that was overweight. Now there's multiple kids, and I look at these kids when I go to my kids' sporting events at school and I go to school activities, and it's a shame. It's just really a shame to see these kids suffering from this obesity. And it's like the parents just keep giving them crap and giving them crap and giving them crap and keep enabling. I'm sorry, if you're a parent, you're responsible for your kids' health. You're responsible for what your kids are eating. You're responsible for showing them the way. You're the one that's responsible for being a role model. You're the one that's responsible for teaching them manners and how to eat proper. And, you know, it's just, people think of his food as a, like, I want to say like a sedative. Oh, the kid's crying, just give him something with sugar, right? Just give him Skittles. I saw a parent at a Little League game bribing her kid to eat a hot dog. Now, I wouldn't give my kids hot dogs to begin with, but it was a standard commodity hot dog with who knows what in it, on a white bun with who knows what in it, and the kid won't even eat that, and she thinks that's healthy, so she's bribing the kid with Skittles. So the kid will eat the hot dog.
Thank goodness.
And I'm like, you just look at like the whole family, you're like, there's obviously an issue here with weight, there's an issue with health, there's issues here. Do you think it's acceptable just to give your kids Skittles to bribe them to eat something that's not healthy to begin with? But this is because people are lazy and they can't prepare food themselves, and they can't think ahead, and they can't think for themselves. excuse me, when I go take my kids to games, I bring their food. I'll bring 2 gallons of cut up watermelon to Little League. And the funny thing is when I bring that, all the other kids run to me and get it, right? So they'll drop the Skittles and crap and run to me to grab watermelon, right? Because they're interested in what I have. So as a parent, why can't you go buy watermelon? Why can't you go buy apples and oranges? Why can't you go buy bananas? Why can't you buy some dried fruit? Why can't you, if you don't give your kids Skittles to begin with, they're not going to know what the hell Skittles are. My kids, I think Justin was, remember that story, Dina? Justin was like 8 years old and he asked what a Snickers was?
Yes.
Remember that story?
I remember.
8 years old, he must have been like 7 or 8, and he came to me, he goes, Dad, do you know they have a playground in McDonald's? And I said, what? I go, how do you know this? He goes, because somebody's having their birthday party there. He goes, I thought it was a weird place to have a birthday party. They told me there's a playground in there. I said, wow. And of course, I knew it, but I was, he's a little kid at that point. And he was so shocked that there's a playground in the McDonald's, because we taught our kids from the very beginning, McDonald's is something you use for the bathroom. We stop when we're on the road, when we have to do a rest stop, we use McDonald's to go to the bathroom. That's what we do. So that's the only time I ever go into McDonald's. That's last time in 15 years, the only time in 15 years that I've been in there. It's just for restroom breaks. And where we live in New York on the Thruway, there's a McDonald's rest stop, and that's where you go. You use the bathroom at the McDonald's rest stop in Harriman, and actually Suffern, New York. There's a couple other things in there too, and it's not only McDonald's, but the McDonald's is the anchor of the rest stop. But the parents are just like, they're like clueless, totally clueless. So I really doubt that, I really agree with her, with Catherine Bauer, that kids aren't healthier. We don't know if kids are healthier because parents are just as clueless. They're substituting McDonald's or Burger King or whatever they're considering fast food in this study for just equally as bad calories. So are we considering Skittles and a hot dog not fast food because it came from a ballpark? So it's a shame. It's just a shame to see what people do. It's frustrating. It's a shame. And then people look at me like I'm the weird one, right? I'm the weird one walking up with, with 2 gallons of cut up watermelon or cantaloupe or pineapple or something to my kid's game. And, oh, look at all that sugar in his food. Look at all that. That's way too much. He's overdoing it. Yeah, you'll let your kids eat 2-3 slices of pizza.
And then Skittles.
And Skittles, talk about overdoing it. 1 slice of pizza is overdoing it. With all that cheese, the cholesterol, that oil that sits on top, the white flour, and the way that it's cooked and the acrylamides that are formed on it. I'm sorry, 1 slice of pizza is way too much. I'm not saying pizza doesn't taste good, but I'm saying it's just too much. It's overdoing it. 1 slice is overdoing it. So I'd rather be overdoing it with watermelon, bananas, dried dates, figs, a smoothie, because when I make a smoothie, I'll make like 2 of these. This is a quart. I make a ½ gallon of smoothie at a time. I fill up my whole Vitamix. And people are like, oh my gosh, Marcus, what's that? That's too many calories. That's too many calories. I'm like, I have like 600 calories in 2 of these, 700 calories in 2 of these. Your slice of pizza, your 2 slices of pizza, and your Coke has way more calories, or just as much calories, and all the calories are crap calories, are totally crap calories. So, I'm the one that's overdoing it, right? I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. Definitely get over to chefonamission.com. Check out what's going on over there. If you have any comments, leave them. If you have any questions, I will answer them in a video response. Just leave a comment or shoot me an email.